G'day, Paul here, amid the baggage, amid the boxes that we've been packing up as we're preparing to move house. In about 3 days' time we'll be putting this on a big furniture truck and it's going off to Brisbane. It's going to be placed in our new 2-bedroom unit on the 5th floor of Rosemount Retirement Community. And I just want to keep reading the Bible wherever we go and sharing it with you. You know, as you go through the Bible, there's some fabulous stories and incredible opportunities to get messages that teach us about God's love for us and about His work. And today's story is coming out of the book of Ezekiel. Now, Ezekiel was one of the major prophets who lived 600 years before Jesus. And he was taken with the Israelites into exile in Babylon. And the Lord spoke to him there and told him that he had to do certain things. And he was one of those prophets that was always obedient to God. And he did what he was told to do. So he is trying to get a message across to a rebellious people. When the Israelites went to Babylon, they didn't keep up their worship of God. They went off and did their own thing. They worshipped other gods and they were rebellious. And so God was trying to get a message through them. So he got Ezekiel to do certain things. And this is what he did in Ezekiel 12. It's about Judah's captivity being symbolized. The word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, you dwell in the midst of a rebellious house, who have eyes to see, but see not, who have ears to hear, but hear not, for they are a rebellious house. As for you, son of man, prepare for yourself an exile baggage. And here, Pauline and I, we're not going into exile, but we are moving. And go into exile by day in their sight. You shall go like an exile from your place to another place in their sight. Perhaps they will understand, though they are a rebellious house. You shall bring out your baggage by day in their sight as baggage for exile, and you shall go out yourself at evening in their sight, as those do who must go into exile. In their sight, dig through the wall and bring your baggage out through it. In their sight you shall lift the baggage upon your shoulder and carry it out at dusk. You shall cover your face that you may not see the land, for I have made you a sign for the house of Israel. And I did as I was commanded, said Ezekiel. I brought out my baggage by day as baggage for exile, and in the evening I dug through the wall with my own hands. I brought out my baggage at dusk, carrying it on my shoulder in their sight. He was getting a message across to the people who were rebellious and turning against God, that if they didn't change their ways, they would be taken into exile until they died, and they would never return home to Jerusalem and Israel. A fascinating story. What an amazing prophet he was. It's worth you getting into the word and reading the book of Ezekiel. He was a mighty major prophet in the Old Testament, 600 years before Jesus. And here's Pauline and I sitting with our baggage before we go down to Brisbane, where we're starting a new chapter in our life near our daughter. And we'll be meeting new friends in the retirement village and meeting new friends in the new church that we will find nearby. You have a great day. Get into His Word. Go and read the rest of Ezekiel 12 and see what happens. God bless you now. Bye.